Starting lineup on one side is Westfield. They come in with a record of 18-9 on the season. They'll be facing the tough and gritty Augusta Christian bunch. Augusta Christian, outstanding season so far, and Mike Gold is the man who's helped spearhead that attack. This ball club will be looking for a state ring. Get their opportunity. 26-6 their record. The Lions, as their coach from Clearwater Christian College, by way of Buffalo, New York, born and raised there. As the starting lineup for them is the usual one. Greg Williams at the point guard, 2 guards out here. Nick Isaac at the small forward, John Bates at the power forward. And Jason Staten plays the low post in the center position. On the other side, it's Matt Shipley, then Holbert, Todd Rigdon, Travis Baird. The tip goes up, and Staten got most of it, but it's in control of the white-cladded Deerfield squad, the Hornets. They dump down low. There's Brian Nash. Short turnaround, and it's good. Nash with the first field goal of the game. It comes right at the 7:50 mark, 10 seconds in, and he's got his team up 2-0. Coach Gold said in Bobby Jones Ford coach's roundtable, he has to control the defensive pressure, full court pressure put out there, and he's got 2 great guards in order to do it. Al Gibbs brings it across the timeline as he gets it in the hands of Greg Williams. Outside the circle, 40 feet away, he goes left wing to Gibbs. Now they dump down low to Nick Isaac, who finds Staten. Staten loses control, out of bounds, throws it back inbounds underneath the basket to Nash. Nash off the break now as they work the left side, launching up a 3. It's short, rebounded by Staten. On the break, he finds Al Gibbs, but it's stolen away from Gibbs, and coming right back on the break. Todd Rigdon, down low, it comes to Nash, and he scores. So Nash with both field goals out of the gate, 4-0 at the 7-minute mark. Just underway, Augusta Christian Schools and the GISA AAA state championship game trail 4-0. Now Al Gibbs, behind his back, steps in with the left hand, he launches it up, and it drops home. Outstanding move that time as he went completely around his back on the dribble, left to right, and now coming right back on the fast break opportunity is Todd Rigdon. He steps inside, Nick Isaac draws a no contact, there's a whistle, and he travels. The traveling violation, 4-2 the score. Augusta Christian trailing the Hornets of Westfield in this contest. State championship game just underway, 6:42 left to go in the first quarter as John Bates, the inbounds guy, as they work with a zone pressure defense. And now Greg Williams, who had 20 points in their last contest for Augusta Christian, dribbles inside, penetrates, loses control of the dribble, and he carries. So the turnover, traveling violation, gives the ball back. He goes to try to find his man now. He's guarding Todd Rigdon as Augusta Christian starts out in a man-to-man defense. Nick Isaac playing against Nash, giving up 3 inches there. The 2 football stars. Isaac, of course, the quarterback for Augusta Christian, passed over 1,200 yards this year as now the ball goes down low, and it's Nash again getting it, powering over and scoring off the glass again. So he works the window twice of his 3 field goals. He's got 6 points, all the points scored by Westfield, and the Hornets lead the Lions 6-2. 6:03 left to go, first quarter play. My name is Charles McNeil from Georgia College, the Centennial Center, the site for the GISA State Championship playoffs this year. On the other side, for the 18-9 ball club from Westfield, they're coached by Jim Massey. They work the ball. Nick Isaac down low, penetrates, kicks it off the window too strong, no good, and the ball goes out as Massey wanted the charge play. Instead, it's a blocking foul. Give him 1 foul in the ball game. 26-6 Augusta Christian as they won the regular season title of Region 4 AAA. This one rattles home. So Nick Isaac on the board. First person to score from the free throw line as he connects on 2 free throws. 69% free throw shooter on the season, and the score is 6-4. Augusta Christian down by 2. Down low it goes off the penetration, taking it the length of the floor is Ben Holbert, and he scores. The small, diminutive guard scores that time. Now Al Gibbs on the breakout, takes it strong to the rack, lays it up, and good. Good bust out as they broke through the pressure defense. Easy layup opportunity for Gibbs. He's got 2 field goals. Augusta Christian 6, and they trail by 2 in this contest, 8-6. Outside it goes for a standstill 3, no good. Bates tried for the rebound, rebounded inside off the glass, rattles around, and these rims are soft. And Holbert scores again, and it makes it now an 11-6 advantage as the ball on the inbound, 18-9 Westfield, the Hornets and the Lions in the state championship encounter. Inbounds pass goes to Greg Williams. Now he launches it over to Staten. Staten with possession as he goes behind his back, loses control, then regains. Holbert steals it away. He's on the floor. He finds a man out on the break. Now he goes down low, pump fake, step inside, and the layup is up and good by Rigdon. Rigdon now on the board. He's got 2 points. Nash leads the way for his ball club with 6, and the score now is 12-6 in favor of the Hornets of Westfield. Bates brings it across the timeline in the favor. Now gets in the hands of Al Gibbs. Gibbs on the right side, now passes up again at the top of the circle to Greg Williams. Williams with possession as he works the ball on the right side to Staten. Staten inside to Isaac for 3, and he knocks it down. 3-point signs all over the place as he nails a 3, the first 3-pointer of the ball game. Nick Isaac averaging 30 points a contest, 20 points a contest, I should say, and having an outstanding tournament as a launched-up 3 is no good that time. That is put up there by Travis Baird. So Baird's first field goal attempt was way off. Is now Staten for 3 on the other side. No good. Rebounded inside. There's a push-off, and it'll be a foul against Nick Isaac. So Isaac collects the personal foul for Augusta Christian. That's their first team foul. They trail at 12-9. 5 left to go in the opening period of play. Westfield surprisingly getting into this state championship encounter by knocking off the tough and gritty Curtis basketball club, and doing so on Thursday by 20 points, 82-62. Now with the possession of the ball, bringing it up is Holbert. Holbert goes left side, puts it in the hands of Rigdon. In the corner is Baird. Baird launches up with jump shot, no good. It rattles around and out, rebounded by Isaac. Isaac off to Gibbs. Now behind the back goes Williams as he passes it off to him in the backcourt, now into the front court. Between the leg dribble as he works the ball, yo-yos it. Now looks for somebody around the screen. It's Gibbs. Gibbs launches a 3. Too strong. Isaac trying for the rebound. Nash fighting for it. Make that not Isaac instead. It was Staten. He passes it. Isaac and he scores. Easy layup inside by Nick Isaac. He leads Augusta Christian with 9 points so far in the ball game. Make that 7 points as he has 2 field goals, a 3-pointer, a 2-pointer, and 2 free throws. His coach Gold can't believe what that call was right there. He says, I need the basket on the other end. You're going to count that basket. He cannot believe that. Wants the basket taken away on the charging play. Instead, they say the basket is good. And I'm not even sure who knocked that one down. It was an off-balance shot put up there. As the personal foul went against Todd Rigdon on that play. But the basket does count. 14-11 is our score. 3:10 left to go. First quarter play. Bates with possession left wing. He goes over to Isaac. Pump fakes. Now steps inside. Arcs up the 10-footer. Too strong. Greg Williams on the weak side. Puts it up, and it's good. Greg Williams on the board again. Williams with a good ball game 2 games ago as he goes behind the back and knocks the ball out of the hands of Rigdon. As Mr. Williams, Greg Williams, had a 20-point performance 2 contests ago as Augusta Christian moved into the semifinal round. Solid floor game in the semifinal game as Augusta Christian knocked off Sherwood in a difficult ball game. That one went to overtime. Nash dumps down low, nearly stolen away by Isaac as the Hornets have possession. Now the long-range arching jump shot, 18-footer, is good by Holbert. So Holbert with his second field goal give him 4 points in the contest. Brian Nash with 6 to lead the way. And the score is 16-13, 2:32 left to go in the first half. Greg Williams in the front court with the ball between the legs. Now he goes over to Bates, outside to Gibbs. Gibbs on the penetration dribble. He stops and pops. Yes! Now Gibbs, third field goal for him. He has 6. He and Nick Isaac providing the offense for Augusta Christian. Of their 15, they got all of them. 16-15 the score. Augusta Christian down 1, 2:10 left to go. Outside jump shot put up no good. Rebounded inside. Pump fake, takes it strong to the rack, scores it, and the foul for Rigdon for his 5th point of the contest. As Rigdon, in that state semifinal contest, was the leading scorer for his ball club in the win over Curtis Baptist. He had 11 points, the leading scorer in that ball game. Their main man was Brian Nash. He had 26, and Matt Shipley is yet to score in this game. He had 18 in that contest. 1 free throw is up and good as he makes the conventional 3-point play on that play. Now there's a steal as a turnover by Augusta Christian. In their front court, it's Rigdon. Outside, he goes to Holbert. Holbert for 3 off the front rim. Greg Williams down the bust out. 1-on-none as he's going to take it all away, lay it up, and with the left hand, it is good. Breakaway layup for Al to make that Greg Williams his first field goal of the ball game. But coming right back with the quick transition play. And Greg Williams didn't like that as he scored right back in his face was Todd Rigdon. Rigdon with some athletic ability as he raced the floor. They love to go in out there, turning made baskets into scoring opportunities on the other side. There's Staten now dumping down low to Isaac off the glass. Beautiful pass, interior pass that time, and Isaac has another field goal, his 3rd of the game, along with 2 free throws in the contest. Give him 9 as Staten blocks the shot, but on the play, penetrating that side was Rigdon, and Rigdon picks up the foul. 21-19 is our score, 113 in this action-packed first quarter of play. To draw a comparison between this contest and our girls' contest, it was 14-12. Curtis led it after one in the girls' state championship game as Curtis prevailed 57-53 in a win over the #1 ranked team in the state as a big lion's paw goes up, a big banner flying around behind the basket to try to distract the free throw shooter. That's Rigdon, who launches up and connects. So Rigdon now, 6 points in the contest. Al Gibbs wiping the sweat off his brow as he gets prepared for some more action. Connie Gold, the wife of Coach Mike Gold, standing in the runway to the right of her husband, who wipes off the loose ball rebound as the ball came off strong as they get it back. Now the outside jump shot put up there, no good, rebounded by Nick Isaac. Isaac off the boards, he goes left side to Greg Williams, brings it across the timeline, and all the players circling with their one finger overhead, calling out the set play. They go right wing to Staten. Staten outside to Nick Isaac, who's being guarded by Rigdon. Man-to-man defense out there, being played by the Hornets. Al Gibbs with possession, power dribbles on the right wing, out the wing, outside on the wing goes to Greg Williams. Williams now defends the defense. Goes between the legs with the dribble, takes about a three, launches a three, and it's short. Air ball, but rebounded inside by Al Gibbs, and he puts it back up and in. So Gibbs and Nick Isaac having a show in the first quarter. Gibbs with 8 points. Augusta Christian trailing by one again, 22-21. With possession now, out on high, it's Holbert. Holbert goes between the legs to the left hand, being guarded by Bates. Bates getting down low to guard the diminutive 5'6" guard out there. Now he goes over to Rigdon. Rigdon working against Greg Williams, who did an outstanding job against one of the top guards on the other team that they faced, Sherwood, in that last contest. He drew the defensive assignment and came through strong in that one, but this time penetrating, there's a whistle and a foul to go against Augusta Christian. So Gibbs will pick up the foul. That's his first team foul, first personal foul, I should say, fourth team foul for Augusta Christian. Stepping up to the line and connecting again is Todd Rigdon. So Rigdon, 3 for 3 from the line and make it 4 for 4. He's an 80% free throw shooter on the season, and give him now 8 points in the ball game, 4 by way of free throws as Al Gibbs spins away from the defender. Final second shot is up and it's too strong as the first quarter comes to an end. So 1 quarter in the books from the state championship from the boys' side. GISA AAA action. Augusta Christian trailing by 3, 24-21. You're listening to everybody. Charles McNeil with the call of Augusta Christian Championship basketball on the fan, and we would like to thank Augusta Christian Schools for providing support for their ball club, and they're out in full force out here. The score 26 all as we're at 6:45 left in the second quarter. Apologies for the long break there. April Beard back in our network studios, and note to you just 1 minute in between quarters. 1 minute in between quarters in our breaks. 26 all is scored. 6:40 left to go in the second period of play, just underway, as Augusta Christian had a 3-point deficit at the end of one period of play, and now that things are deadlocked thanks to Nick Isaac's 3-point shooting. Nick Isaac led the way with 9 points, Al Gibbs with 8. Greg Williams had 2 points for the Lions, as did John Bates, who also scored here in the second quarter of play. So Augusta Christian with the ball off the rebound. They're deadlocked at 26 all, 6:25 and counting left to go in the second quarter of play. First opportunity for the boys of Augusta Christian in the state final as Nick Isaac launches from 3 as Brian Nash was in his face too strong. Rebounded now, a 3-on-2 break if they hustle. Goes the left side, not enough strength to get it up there as it's rebounded in there by Staten. Staten off to Al Gibbs. Gibbs surveying the defense, 3-on-2 as he dumps down to Greg Williams, and Williams scores inside. Outstanding play play that time by Al Gibbs off the penetration. As there's a technical foul, I believe, called, and it may be against the consult like goal. That's Tim Edwards out of Florida State, the official. And indeed it will be. Technical foul was called against Greg Williams, not against Westfield, but against Greg Williams of Augusta Christian. And for Greg Williams, that is his third personal foul. He has 3 of Augusta Christian's 6 fouls so far in the ball game, so he'll have to have a seat. The senior, as this is a senior-laden ball club at Augusta Christian, and they are fired up. First free throw put up and good by Shipley. Shipley, the reliable free throw shooter, connects on 2, and they'll get possession of the ball, as they would have had it anyway after the made basket. But that deadlocks the game at 28. So a technical foul whistled against him, which also adds to one of the personal fouls, because he had just gotten whistled for one a short time ago, and now we're deadlocked at 28. 5:56 left to go. Second quarter of play from Georgia College, the Centennial Center. Charles McNeil with the exciting call of championship basketball for you in the fan, and off the penetration crossover dribbles by the man and takes it in for the layup. That's Todd Rigdon. Rigdon in the first quarter to go. Brian Nash's 8 points in that first quarter. They led the way, as now he has 10, the lead all scorers for his side of things. 30-28 is the lead, as Nick Isaac with the 360 move, left hand, and it's good. My goodness, Nick Isaac pulling out the full assortment out there, showing why he was one of the region's best performers. Region 4 AAA, the GISA, and the leading scorer for Augusta Christian. As the dump down pass, the give and go didn't work. Al Gibbs off the turnover. He brings it in the front court. Dribbles with the left hand, now penetrates by 2 men. Launches it up too strong, but rebounded by John Bates on the weak side. Penetrates, dumps down low to Staten. Staten takes it up and good. Staten quickly off the window that time as he scores. Jason on the board now, 32-30, as it comes back down low to Nash. Too strong, rebounded inside, that time by Staten. Staten looking for some help. Nobody to find. Now he dumps over the left side to Nick Isaac. Isaac has Bates in front, doesn't see him. Now he penetrates, he fakes. Then he has a stolen behind that time. Good defense there by Ben Holbert. Holbert with the left-hand dribble now into his right hand. Steps inside the paint, dumps off the Nash. Off the window, yes, but no, it will not count. It's a foul on Brian Nash, and the 22-point game scorer can't believe it. His ball club on the football field. He's a tight end and a defensive player. Made it all the way to the state championship in AAA play and lost in the final seconds. A heartbreaking loss, as many 4 of their 5 starters out there are football players, and they could not be consoled. They wanted to get back to another championship opportunity, and now they get it on the hardwood with a 19-18-9 record against 26-6 Augusta Christian. Third best in the state coming into the tournament. Al Gibbs steps inside the paint, launches up the jump shot, and knocks it down. Gibbs on the board for the first time in the second quarter. Give him 10 points now. Augusta Christian trailing in this one, with the lead, I should say, 34-30, and now a turnover. Rigdon penetrated, looked for somebody to jump to, was jumping in his face that time. Defensive pressure put on by Augusta Christian, and forcing the turnover as Rigdon gives it up. 34-30, 4 minutes left to go, second quarter. 16 fouls on Augusta Christian side, only 3 against the homestanding squad. The team in the right out there. Westfield is Nick Isaac from 3. Yes! Nick Isaac tickling the twine that time. His third point of the ball game. The threes are all over the place in the arena. Outside, three-pointer right back is good. As that time was put up there by Holbert and knocked down. Holbert knocking down his first triple of the game. He has 7 points in the contest. What a game this has been so far in basketball. 37-33, Augusta Christian with the 4-point edge. They trailed it by 3 at the end of 1, now lead it by 4 in the second quarter. Outside passing game now as they go to the passing game. Al Gibbs will run the point duties with Greg Williams sideline with his third personal foul off the technical. Good pass by John Bates down low. Acrobatic layup attempt, contact, no whistle as Nick Isaac put it up. Now in the breakout, it's Rigdon going behind his back. 3 Augusta Christian players on him. Now they dump down low to Nash, being guarded inside by Gibbs. Off the window, and it's good. Nash now with 10 points in the game. First field goal in the second quarter. 37-35 is our score. 2:55 left to go in the first half. Mike Gold out of Buffalo, New York. A good brother of Christ he is. We've had a lot of fun with him over the last 3 years, that's to be sure, bringing you all the Augusta Christian action. He got it started on the fan as John Bates launches a three off the side of the rim. Wide open three, no good. Top of the circle is where he was, as now on the bust out there is Nash. Wide open as he tries to regain possession. Comes outside, three-point field goal attempt, and it's good. This is an excellent three-point shooting team as Ben Holbert puts up the triple. Now Holbert knocks it down. He has 6 points in this quarter, along with 4 in the first quarter, 10 points in the contest, and his ball club regains the lead, 38-37. As now Al Gibbs comes back to Coach Cole, the shooter he wants, and Big Daddy Rollenball's out to play. 2-11 and counting as Gibbs with the left-hand dribble now. Pump fake, stops and pops off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by the guy defending him, that was Holbert. Races in, now takes it to the paint, tries an acrobatic move. Can't keep it up off the rim as defensive pressure put on by John Bates. Bates comes out with the rebound, but he's on the baseline, and the turnover will give the ball back to the Hornets. White-cladded Hornets with the green W on their pants legs, their trousers. The baggy shorts all the way down below their knees, Augusta Christian. Their uniforms brand new this year, as rebounded by Rigdon on the inbounds. He tried to force it up, hoisted it up, came down with the ball, no call. Rebound on the outside by Nash. There's a whistle and a foul as Coach Gold wanted a jump ball and took a good opportunity for it, as now he gets John Bates to come over and ask Bates what's going on. He and Bates have a debate out there. Now he instructs Bates as to what to do in there, and Bates steps in as Coach Gold gets him to tuck his shirt back into his pants out there. So John Bates, another one of the outstanding seniors and a great golfer. He and I did some golfing before, as now Al Gibbs will step in, but he won't have a chance to step into a position occupied by John Bates. He's feeling a little winded. Maybe he took a little contact out there. Second free throw, no good, as the first one was knocked down by Nash. 1 of 2 he is. To give him now 11 points in the ball game, 39-37. His ball club, the Hornets of Westfield, 18-9, have a 2-point advantage over Augusta Christian. Now it's Nick Isaac for 3. Off the back iron, pulled down in there by Nash. He has another rebound. Nash pulling down rebound after rebound so far in this ball game. As the outside 3 is put up there by the Shipley man, make that Baird instead. Baird launched up the 3. It was off the side of the iron, pulled down by Augusta Christian. And they have possession, good rebound inside by a new man inserted into the lineup. That's the big Hurt, Allen Hurt. Now they work a 2-man game as Nick Isaac takes the dump down feed by Al Gibbs, finds Staten in low. Beautiful feed, there is a whistle and a foul on the pass by Nick Isaac. Only the third, make that the 4th team foul of the ball game, as that one was whistled against Matt Shipley in this contest. No, it is only 3 team fouls. I have it correct on my sheet. They had it incorrectly for a moment on the scoreboard. Now they correct it. 3 team fouls against 8 for Augusta Christian in this one. As now on the inbounds is Staten. Staten with control, nicknamed Julio by some of his teammates. Now he passes it off to Al Gibbs. Gibbs with possession high above the circle, dead center. Now he goes between his legs and has it nearly stolen. Now he dribbles and loses control as he and Bates go down, loose ball, possession arrow in favor of Westfield, and their coach is really excited about that as they'll get the ball back. Jim Massey and Serge the faithful there right behind us. They're excited about getting possession back. They have a 2-point lead, inside of a minute left to go. 50 seconds and counting here in the opening half of play. Augusta Christian trailed at 24-21 at the end of 1, trailed by 2 in this hardly contested AAA Boys State Championship game. Coach Gold said these 2 teams mirror each other in terms of their athletic ability and speed out there, especially at the guard position. And off the penetration that time, it was Holbert. Holbert penetrated, put it up off the window, no good, rebounded inside, a whistle and a foul. And it will go against Augusta Christian. Oh my goodness. That one looked like a clear reach-in by the Hornets that time, but instead it was Augusta Christian reaching in. And on the reach, it was Jason Staten doing the honors. He picks up a personal foul. That is his second. And the team's 8th. So stepping up at the free throw line is Mr. Nash. Nash steps in and fired on his first one and connects. So Nash now 2 for 3 in the ball game. And he set the spin and fires and connects again. So with those 3 free throws he has in the second quarter of play, and 1 more field goal, he has 5 for 13 points in the ball game. 10 points for Rigdon. Also 10-point performance for Holbert, so balanced scoring for their squad. On the other side, Augusta Christian now Gibbs with 10 points. Nick Isaac leading the way as he's had a great second quarter so far. 8 points in the quarter, 17 points in the game for Nick Isaac. Greg Williams with 4 points, but he also has 3 personal fouls, and he'll be on the sideline for the rest of the way. 41-37, 18 seconds left. Augusta Christian will inbounds underneath their own basket. The Big Hurt asking for it down low. They didn't see him as he's being guarded by Nash out there. The ball goes up high on the inbounds to Bates. Bates puts it in the hands of Williams. Gibbs. Gibbs with possession now. He gives it over to Isaac. Isaac looking for somebody who tries to pass it to Halverson, and he overthrows him. Now he regains possession, throws it out. Launching 3 on the way by Gibbs, and it's off the side of the rim. James has had a practice game where he rattled one off in the region tournament championship game, and after one half of play, we put 16 minutes down, and Augusta Christian is 4 points down, 41-37. Already. Youngsters, Quanda Ball, April Steele, and April Holder. What a great performance, 57-53, they win the States. Augusta Christian gets the opening possession, and quickly calling a timeout will be Greg Williams. So he has to take one of the Coach Mike. With the possession, down pass by Greg Williams after the timeout. 7:48 to go in the third quarter. Augusta Christian down 4 as Gibbs launches up the 17-footer. Too strong off the rim. Rebounded now on the bust out. Taking it into the front court. Now penetrating. Passing it off to Nash. Off balance shot no good as it bounds out. Nash, one of the leading scorers in that first half. As coming right back is Staten. Staten too strong but gets his own rebound. Off the steal, he strips it away from Rigdon and he scores. So Staten on the board. I have him for 2 points now. In the second half of play, his first field goal. 41-39 is the score, giving 4 points in the game. Leading scorer, Nick Isaac with 17 as he comes up with the steal. With the ball in the left hand, now he goes to the right, back to the left for the scoop, no good. Rebounded inside by Staten. Powers it up off the rim, is a whistle, and a foul will go against the big boy down low. That's number 15, Travis Baird. So Baird will be whistled for the personal. That'll be the second team foul here in the early going as well. Checking out the rebounding numbers for Augusta Christian. Leading the way on the Augusta Christian side, number 23, that's Nick Isaac. Not only leading them in scoring with 17, but also coming through with 5 boards. Helping him out off the boards is the man at the line right now, that's Staten. He with 4 points in the game, and he connects on 1 of 2 free throws. So 1 of 2 good for Staten, as now this quick guys moving the ball down low for the Hornets. They misfire inside, rebounded by Rigdon. Second try is good. So Rigdon scores again as Rigdon on the board. Leading rebounder on that side, Brian Nash, he had 4, along with his 13 points, team high. 2 guys with 10 points, and Rigdon and Holbert, as now Augusta Christian has possession. And traveling with the ball at the free throw line is Staten. So Jason Staten turning the ball over. As Mike Gold slaps his hands together and tries to tell him what he wants him to execute on the offensive side. 6:33 left to go, 43-40. Augusta Christian down by 3. With possession of the ball is Holbert, running the point duties, bounce pass out now to the right wing, and he throws it up NBA, nothing but air. Out on the break, Nick Isaac finds Greg Williams, stops and pulls up off the glass, too strong. Now Gibbs above the rim, but can't pull down the rebound. Now on the bust out, it's Nash and head of the field. He's going one-on-one against the talented Nick Isaac. Off balance shot, no good, rebounded by Bates. Bates finds Staten. Staten stops and pops. Off the rim, no good, as he looked at Greg Williams inside, but didn't dump to him. Greg Williams playing in this game with a deep thigh bruise that he suffered in the win over Sherwood. Baseball pass, and it goes in for the power move, and that's Nash. Nash scoring inside. He has 15 points in the game, first field goal, as he's second leading scorer in the contest. Al Gibbs with 10, Nick Isaac with 17, Jason Staten with 2. Make that 5 points down the ball game, and John Bates with 2. For the Augusta Christian, 40 points. They trail at 45-40, 5:33 left to go. third quarter, that is, as Gibbs off the penetration move, threw it up too strong off the rim, rebounded inside by the Hornets. Here they come, Holbert out to Rigdon on the wing. Reach in and a foul, it's Bates. Bates saw nothing to do but to stop him. So he reached in and hauled him down, no easy layups on the other end. So John Bates collects the personal foul. He's stumped over there at the foul line as he has a brief conversation with Todd Rigdon. Now he's going for his place inside. As the crowd, to try to give you a flavor for it, the Hornets crowd, student section underneath the basket, clad in their white dress shirts, all of them with business ties on, many of them with baseball hats, fur hats, all kinds of different paraphernalia on their faces, including the green and white faces out there. And they clap their hands as their players go up to the free throw line as Rigdon misfires on his first. Second free throw on the way, and it's perfect. So Rigdon now with 13 points in the game, second leading scorer on his ball club. Actually, he's deadlocked. No, he's second leading scorer. Now launching the three is Al Gibbs, and he collects it. Just that quickly, Al Gibbs collects his first three-pointer in the game. He has 13 in the contest. He's coming right back. His last power move, a whistle, and a foul. As his coach loved that one. Jim Massey pounding his fist on the ground as he's excited about that play by his talented senior. Ryan Nash, the tight end for the football team, 6'3.5" senior, has 15, and he'll go to the line for a 16th point on the conventional three-point play. Set, spins, and fires off the front rim, no good. Rebounded by Greg Williams as he brings it across. Crossover dribble, loses Nash. Now outside to Gibbs. Set shot three. No good. Rebounded by Nash. Now puts it in the hands of the point guard. That's Holbert. And there's a whistle as Gibbs is following up his shot attempt. No good. So Gibbs forced up that shot as Augusta Christian trails at 48-43. 5 minutes. Actually 4:58 exactly left to go in the third period of play. Augusta Christian Schools in the final of our triple header of championship action right here on Sports Radio 1480. Hope you've enjoyed the afternoon. Also Georgia Tech on the air with us, and the Busch Grand National Series with the Busch Light 300 got us all started on your sports day. Actually started even earlier than that, from 10 until 12 with Bobby Jones Ford Coaches Roundtable. Lifting inside for the short shot. Rigdon has it blocked in there by Augusta Christian. The follow-up attempt by the diminutive point guard, that's Holbert. He pulls down the boards at only 5'6", and he gets bumped, and there's a foul.
Number 34, Jason Staton, his third personal.
So Jason Staton collects the foul. That's his third personal. Now Gibbs with 2. Greg Williams with 3 out there. Now the big Hurt will come in for Jason Staton. Alan Hurt with the size 17 shoe. This young man, 6'5" to 6'6" out there, and we expect him to grow up to about 6'8" as he sets, spins, and fires, and he's no good. Holbert misfires on his first free throw attempt of the ball game. 43% free throw shooter, and he makes the other one. Not a good shooting percentage for free throws when you're the point guard of the ball club, as Greg Williams loses him in the backcourt now. Lifts out his posterior to try to keep him up off of him. As Hurt now dumps over to Isaac, back to Hurt. Inside, he throws it up wildly and misfires. Lost control of it on the way up, did Hurt. 49-43, Augusta Christian down by 6, down the penetration. Losing control of the ball, now regaining, and now it's stolen again by Bates, who goes to the floor. He's all the way, Mr. Hustle out there. John Bates on the penetration, he steps in. Penetrates to the foul line, this Al Gibbs. Now he'll kick it out to Greg Williams. He'll set up the play. Again, they motion with the one arm in a circular motion as now Nick Isaac steps out to receive the pass from Williams. He's on the left side of the circle, outside of it. Comes up to the top of the key, gets it in the hands of Bates. Now over to Greg Williams. They run the motion offense. Off to Hurt. Hurt right wing to Bates for 3. Off the front of the iron. Augusta Christian not finding the range with their 3-pointers in the game. Aside from Nick Isaac, who has 3. No other Augusta Christian player, aside from Al Gibbs, who has 1, has collected a triple in the ball game. Outside 3-point attempt put up there, no good. Rebounded inside as Travis Baird is upset with himself. He's been held scoreless so far on this contest. And on the loose ball, there's a whistle and a foul to go against the Hornets. March Madness in full effect from Georgia College in the Centennial Center. I'm Charles McNeil with the exciting call of this one. Mark Halverson now up off the bench for Augusta Christian, looking to check into the action. He'll come in at the next stoppage of play, 3:10 and counting, 49-43 Augusta Christian, trailing by 6. Greg Williams penetrates and tries to kick it down to Nick Isaac, who bust through the seam. It was deflected out of bounds. It'll be Augusta Christian ball. So they'll inbounds to the left of their basket. Greg Williams will do the duty. Halverson up off the pines. He, along with the big hurt, Al Gibbs, Greg Williams, and the fifth guy out there is Nick Isaac. Isaac takes the inbound feed on the left side of the basket, penetrates now, kicks out to Halverson, but on the penetration move, they're going to call him for, let's see, who are they calling? He did a push, which should be against Augusta Christian. Is that a call against Augusta Christian? I'm trying to figure that out. It says it's against Nick Isaac. Nick Isaac, but it wasn't a charge call. He called a push-off. He penetrated through the guy's body, and he calls a push-off, but instead, that's the third person fouling Nick Isaac. So he's in foul difficulty as well. So off the penetration, stopping and popping is Matt Shipley, a brick. Rebounded by Rigdon. Rigdon now out to Shipley again, another three-point launch. No good. Rebounded inside by Al Gibbs. Now he has to look up the floor. He's got Greg Williams on the wing. Finds Halverson on the right side. Stops outside the three-point land. Now it goes back to Gibbs. Gibbs with the between-the-leg dribble now brings it back outside. And both crowds starting a little bit of silence. So Augusta Christian Sky looking for a basket. 2:25 left to go in the third quarter. 49-43 to score. Augusta Christian down by 6 as Greg Williams yo-yos the dribble on the left side. Now gives it over to Gibbs. Gibbs outside the circle, 25 feet away. Now kicks it back out to Williams. Williams 30 feet out as he steps up to the line. Now jumps down loaded. And he's double teamed, now triple teamed is Isaac. Outside the Williams, foul line, jump shot. Rattles around and out. Rebounded by Isaac. He'll bring it out to the three-point line. Now he'll try to penetrate, spin, twist, arch up the jump shot, and it's perfect. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Nick Isaac, first field goal in the second half. 19 points to lead all scorers in this contest. 49-45 as the three-point jump shot put up there, no good, but they advance on the board. And he finishes for the 17th point of the ball game. Along with 8 boards in the game for Brian Nash, averaging 22 points and 11 boards on the season. 51-45, Augusta Christian down 6. They trailed at 41-37 at the break, trailed by 3 at the end of one quarter as well. Nick Isaac with the left-hand dribble now puts it in his right hand as he's at the top of the circle. Now Greg Williams takes his place as he gets the ball up top. Off to Isaac again. Isaac can blow by his man almost any time, and so can Gibbs, who has the ball in the corner now, comes up high. Back to Isaac for 3. Off the side of the rim as he had to reach back just a little bit more against the defense of Ben Holbert. Holbert now with the ball on the break. Across the timeline he goes. Right wing pass. It goes to Rigdon. Steps inside. Off balance shot, no good. And it'll be a foul against Al Gibbs. Gibbs would have been better served just to hang out and wait for him in there. As Gibbs collects the foul. That foul. That would be his third personal 16th foul in the contest. And at the free throw line to shoot 2 will be Todd Rigdon. Again, to chronicle the Augusta Christian campaign as they stepped into the GISA region, looking for a region championship. They made it to the region tournament championship game. Curtis back in the fourth meeting between the two. Curtis prevailed. Outstanding ball game that was as Curtis knocked them off by 2 points. Al Gibbs' desperation half-court shot hit the rim twice before dropping down. So Rigdon collects the free throw. 52-45 is our score now. 7-point deficit for Augusta Christian inside of a minute to play. 50 seconds and counting as Al Gibbs goes between the leg dribble. Now steps inside and gets bumped. There's a whistle and a foul. Al Gibbs, along with Greg Williams, suffering through some late season injuries. Al Gibbs actually has a stress fracture to one of his feet. Suffered that during the region playoff games, semifinal action. He continued on, and then Greg Williams with the deep thigh bruise is now the 2 hook up right there. Best friends and roommates on the road. They hook up on the inbound speed, and Al Gibbs the recipient of 2 points on that one on the nice feed in the paint. Now the penetration, kicking it out for a 3-pointer. He's tried 5, and now he finally hits one. That's Travis Baird. So Baird finally comes through. His first one, 3-point field goal, gives him his first points of the game, 55-47 at the 22-second mark. That's all that remains in the third quarter. The largest advantage of the ball game right now for Westfield as their ball club trying to get a victory and win a state championship. 55-47. Greg Williams on the penetration, steps inside, now all the way to the house, lays it up off the glass, and it's good. Greg Williams going against the defensive pressure, scores for the first time in the third quarter, and that's what they need down the stretch. Just get a shot off in the final moment of the third quarter. Augusta Christian's going to get a nice talking to by Mike Gold as he gets him prepared for the final stretch. things underway in the fourth quarter. The opening possession by the Hornets. They turn the ball over, dribbling the ball down and off his foot that time was Todd Rigdon. As Rigdon turns the ball over, Rigdon playing the 2 guard out there. He's a senior. Senior ladies on this side, much of football players, 4 of them the starters on their football team that advanced to the state championship game, only to lose for Westfield. Augusta Christian with a bunch of football players on their squad as well, as launching up the 3 that time with Stanton. Stanton misfires, it rattles out, 55-49 is our score. Westfield with the lead. Bounce pass is stolen away by Al Gibbs. Now Augusta Christian on the break. Behind the back dribble he goes. Looks over the left side. He finds Greg Williams. Stops and pops, and Williams hits again. 2 consecutive field goals for Augusta Christian, and both of them coming by Greg Williams. The final seconds of the third quarter, now into the fourth quarter. They cut the lead to 4, 55-50. Scores at the first stop of the play. Give you up to date on who's scoring what. Brian Nash gets in the low post. Turnaround jump shot off the rim. Nick Isaac gets the rebound. Isaac down the bus stop. As he'll slow it up and try to find Greg Williams. Williams in the backcourt. Now we can give you some scoring information. Brian Nash leads the way for Westfield with 17. Todd Rigdon has 14. Also, Mr. Holbert, Ben Holbert, the point guard, has 11 points in this contest. On Augusta Christian side, the leading scorer, Nick Isaac with 19. Now Gibbs with 15. Launching up. Gibbs with a 2-point jump shot, and he knocks it down. He now with 17 in the ball game. So Gibbs stepping up his scoring output. He with 17, Nick Isaac with 19, Greg Williams with 8 points in the ball game, Jason Stanton with 7 points, and John Bates with 2 points in the contest for Augusta Christian. Now with possession of the ball, turning around inside, and they score again. How are they getting the ball that deep against the taller Augusta Christian Lions? I will not know, as Chip Davis scores his first field goal of the ball game. Where has he been? 57-53. Augusta Christian down by 4. The Lions trying to get the state championship. Al Gibbs for 3. Rattles around, no good. Rebounded by Nick Isaac. Johnny on the spot as he pulled the rebound away. Now spins. He's patting and move. Puts it up and it's good. And the foul. Oh no, he says on the floor, no basket. I don't believe it. Nick Isaac giving us some props over here as he points over to our broadcast position. Zena Haynes, my statistician. Yours truly, Charles McNeil. Dwight Fox from the Augusta Chronicle also hanging out. We're all going to be chronicling this one tomorrow, and you'll be looking for all the information in the papers. Dwight bounds after the foul was called on the floor. Inbounds pass, it goes to his roommate again, and they score. Roommate on the road, and they're hooking each other up out here. As Al Gibbs his second field goal here in this quarter. He's got 19 now in the ball game. As there's a steal, Greg Williams takes it away from Holbert. Now on the penetration, he takes it inside. Stops, has it stripped away. Now Stanton off the glass, no good. Williams kept it alive. Back to Holbert. Holbert 1-on-2. Now he gets some help on the defensive end as it's Shipley. Shipley now going outside. He puts in the hands of Baird. Baird over to the outside shooter that time. That was Holbert, and he misfired from deep in the left corner. Now in the penetration, Nick Isaac behind his back. Gets a slip from behind, and no calling for traveling. Nick Isaac with a little bit too much French pastry that time. 57-55. Augusta Christian, though, with the momentum as they trail by just 2 points. 5:29 left to go. Final period of play. GISA AAA Boys State Championship game right here on Sports Radio 1480 The Fan. And what a game it's been. Nearly another steal as Holbert nearly threw it away. Now he finds Baird. Baird going with the left-hand dribble as he spins past Greg Williams. Dumps down low to the big guy who hasn't seen many touches. He hoists it up and it drops home. That's Brian Nash. He had 4 points in the third quarter. Give him 2 now in the fourth period for 19 points in the ball game as Nash, leading scorer, tied for game-high honors with Nick Isaac, both for 19, as Al Gibbs comes back, launches it off the window, and it's good. So the bank stays open late here on Saturday night, as knocking that one down is Al Gibbs. Now he's the game-high scorer. Al Gibbs with 6 points here. He's got 21 in the contest. As inside pass to Brian Nash, there's a whistle and a reaching, grabbing foul. What a game this has been. 59-57, a heart stopper as Connie Gold, the wife of Mike Gold, just pacing around. Now she goes for a drink of water for her hubby. Glad started out dapper charcoal gray suit on, and now he's down to just the suspenders and the tie as he's out there right now sweating profusely as he's often have to do out there, especially in the games. And he urges on Brian Nash to miss, and Nash accommodates him as he misfires there. So Nash in the ball game, missing his last 2 before connecting one there. He has now 20 points in the ball game. 4 for 7 from the line in the contest, 60-57. Augusta Christian trailing 3, and looking for a 3 as the fans hold up the signs out there. Staten, not having a great outside shooting game, decides to give it up to Gibbs. Now out to Williams, back to Staten. Staten in the corner to Nick Isaac, stops and pops from 20. Off the side of the rim, there's Greg Williams off the glass on the weak side for the rebound and the basket. Greg Williams playing with foul difficulty. He has 10 points now. Augusta Christian within 1, 60-59. 4:05 left to go in the state championship game, the final game of our triple header. Hepzibah fell to Woodward Academy as Rigdon falls. Forces Greg Williams to fall out there. Charging foul gives the ball back to Augusta Christian School, and more importantly, Rigdon with 14 points in the game collects another personal foul, and for Rigdon, that is his 3rd personal foul. The team's 5th right now. Augusta Christian over the limit. They've got 17 fouls, so they'll shoot a 1-and-1 from this point forward. As the inbounds man is great. Al Gibbs as he gets it off to Greg Williams. Williams with the left-hand dribble, puts it between his legs, now thinks about a 3. Looks down low to Gibbs, who's posting up the smaller player, finds Bates outside, he launches, and he hits a 3! John Bates up and up the bottom of the net for Bates, his first triple, and the first guy to hit a triple aside from Gibbs and Isaac as they come right back off the window, and it's good. Matt Shipley answering back again. Shipley's first field goal in the second half, he's got 6 points, and they tie it up at 62-62, so Augusta Christian's lead is just 10 seconds long as the 3-pointer put up on the other end gets him right back in the mix again. Al Gibbs looking down to Nick Isaac, posting up the smaller player Rigdon, stops and pops from 15 off the front of the iron, rebounded inside, good board that time. Pulling it down in there, number 15, Travis Barrett, looking for some help. He's stolen away by Nick Isaac, and he scores. Nick Isaac on the board again. Isaac with 21, Al Gibbs with 21, Greg Williams with 10, Augusta Christian on a roll. John Bates with 5 points in the ball game. Jason Staten with 7 points in the contest. What a game, and Greg Williams providing 10 points for the Lions, and also a great floor game out there as they go down low to Nash. Back outside for 3 with a hand in his face. Nothing but air that time. NBA on that shot as Bates pulls down the board off to Greg Williams' left side. He'll bring it across the timeline, take some time off the clock. Augusta Christian with a 2-point lead, looking for a state championship. Their boys' baseball team was in a state championship opportunity 3 years ago, my first year here. Lost to a tough ball club from Stratford Academy, I do believe, in that state title game. 3 guys were drafted on that team to play in professional baseball, so nothing to feel bad about it. Now they play against a team that was in the state championship for the football level. 4 of those guys competing as Greg Williams picks up the stops and hits it. Williams with another field goal. He's got 12, and he's on fire in the second half as he has 8 of his 12 points right there. As the big guy down low, Brian Nash scores again. Give him 22 now. Nash with 22 points. Game high score on one side. Al Gibbs with 21, and Nick Isaac with 21 for Augusta Christian. Staten wide open for 3. They'll leave him open from there. He's not been able to shoot that well. He doesn't feel too confident. Go over to Nick Isaac. They go in the right wing corner. He gets some contact, is going in and deflecting the ball out of his hands out of bounds that time with Rigdon. Pesky defensive guy is Todd Rigdon. He never says guy out there. Mike Dole out of Buffalo, New York, by way of Clearwater Christian College, where he was an assistant coach down there, coached on the high school level down there as well, never coached in the state championship opportunity, now gets his dream come true. And on the inbounds, he's throwing away. Here's Nash, busting out. He's going to take it strong to the rail, and he scores. So a steal and a basket off the turnover that time in the backcourt. Makes this one deadlocked. 1:22 left to go, and here comes the crowd. The Christian faithful fired up, and so is the Westfield bunch as they're deadlocked. And come back in grand fashion to deadlock this one at 66. 1:13 left to go. April Beard back in our network studios. We'll be giving away a McDonald's food prize in a minute, so get near your telephones, but keep your phones near the radio. Inbound pass in the backcourt. Pulled down by John Bates, way back by the Westfield basket. Into the hands of Greg Williams as he brings it across between the leg dribblers. They hold up the fist, does Coach Mike Gold. The Big Daddy Gold calls it, is now reaching in against Nick Isaac, who had him post up. It was Todd Rigdon, and he'll be whistled for the personal. Now it's time and opportunity for me to give you the second of our McDonald's giveaway for a McLean Deluxe. A McLean Deluxe sandwich and also a hamburger if you're the 5th caller right now at 667-8999 outside of Augusta, 706-667-8999. Call us now. And good luck to you from your local McDonald's. Al Gibbs on the inbound from his roommate Greg Williams penetrates inside, and they call him for a charge. They call him for a charge. They call him for a charge, and the fans cannot believe that at all. Penetration move, he stepped inside, felt the contact. Now Gibbs never lets let anybody see him sweat out there. After the timeout, I'm sure Coach Massey trying to execute the offensive plan. Let's see what he has in store for Coach Mike Gold, who's working on man-to-man full court pressure defense. John Bates has the guarding opportunity against Ben Holbert. Leading scorers in this contest, Brian Nash with 24 points now as they get the ball down low. Loose ball, it was a walk, but no call. Now Nash, off-balance shot, no good. Rebounded inside. Williams has it. Call timeout as he falls out of bounds. Excellent call by Greg Williams. Right here on the spot with 39 seconds left. Augusta Christian will have the final possession with the late state champion. Against his defensive man out there, that's Matt Shipley. Shipley, as they now go down to 20 seconds on the clock, give it in the hands of Al Gibbs. At the top of the circle, he brings it over to Greg Williams, down to 15 seconds now as he brings it back to the half-court mark, and now looks over the right side. Nick Isaac pops out, but getting in Isaac's hands. 10 seconds now over to Al Gibbs. 8 seconds. Down to 5 seconds as Gibbs pulls up. Off the shot, and it's good. Al Gibbs with the state championship on the line. Buries the off-balance 17-footer, and Al Gibbs with 2.4 seconds left has given Augusta Christian a 68-66 lead in a timeout on the floor. We will keep it right here. We will not take a break. We will stay right here as the Augusta Christian Lions are going wild. And Rhonda Crosby, the winner of our McDonald's prizes, we're happy to have her on our most recent winning total, and she wrapped up the outstanding McLean Deluxe and also a breakfast sandwich of her choice. So Rhonda Crosby, congratulations goes out to you. And also our prior winner, I did have it, Rhonda, of course, from Martinez. We also want to congratulate Kenya Lee, who was the winner of our first prize. Kenya Lee also wins McDonald's. But to give you a quick insight, they drove in a black van, and they're undefeated in that black van so far this year, 3-0, and that's what their lucky charm was, is they had stars written on all the windows, and each one of the players' names is up there as a star, and they could be stars in 3.4 seconds. Inbound speed goes up to the half-court mark. We're pulled in off the hands of Brian Nash by Matt Shipley. He calls timeout just shy of crossing the timeline. That's where they'll have it with 2.1 left as their coach designs the play. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll come back with the final. Welcome back. 2.1 seconds is all that's left. Coach Mike Gold on his feet. Other coach on the other side is on his feet too, Jim Massey. Right in front of us in our broadcast position, the inbounds man, that's Ben Holbert. Holbert looking for somebody to throw to is John Bates in his face. Throws it up, and it's stolen by Nick Isaac, and the state championship belongs to Augusta Christian as Isaac. Oh, he goes into the massive crowd and piles on the floor. Augusta Christian, your 1995-96 Kings of the Court. Congratulations to Nick Isaac, the senior-led team, the leading scorer, outstanding performance, he and Al Gibbs, and also the outstanding performance of yet another senior, Greg Williams. And we'll get a chance to talk with Coach Mike Gold and the victorious state champions from Augusta Christian. And I'll tell you what, I have broadcast now 13 state championships throughout my illustrious 10 years of covering high school sports in and around the United States. And in all of my state championship opportunities, I've had the pleasure of calling. The local teams have only lost twice in my brief career. And right now celebrating is Greg Williams, Al Gibbs, Nick Isaac, John Bates, Jason Staton, the Big Hurt, Alan Hurt, Mr. Halverson, Alan Runner, Joey Isaac, Mr. Thurman, and young Mr. Johnson. All of those guys are members of the state champions from Augusta Christian. Congratulations goes out to them. Is down here excited about it as well, and so are we. So we're going to put a wrap on things in just a few minutes. We'll talk with Mike Dole and give you his insights and talk with a few of the players for Augusta Christian. They're your 1995-1996 GISA boys state champions, Augusta Christian line. Thanks to all the sponsors. Got to thank them especially for support once again to Augusta Christian High School, Bobby Jones Ford, O'Connell's Menswear, Kinko's Hockey Center, SMS Sports World, and your local Harry McDonald's. Please give them a holler as soon as you can and let them know how much you enjoy your triple header of coverage, state championship coverage on the channel. We'll be right back after this brief timeout. The Bobby Jones Ford post-game show. Once again, your final score, Augusta Christian 68 and a tough and gritty Hornets ball club from Westfield 66. Thanks for tuning in and tune back to the post-game show in just a moment. Right here on 1480 Augusta Christian on the channel.
I know Al that's saying that he loving it too. He loving it too. He's that party. Hey, wait on that. Get him on the face.
See if we can get Coach Gold. Find Coach Gold. Nick! Get Nick for me.
Let me find Coach Gold.
No test.
You know the game going on today. I know what right now. Oh, yeah. That's the best fun I've had.
That's the best fun we ever had. Easy Joe in business.
Good job.
I should have got this interview on here.
Postseason championship tourney, which starts up on Thursday. What a game they lost on Friday to crosstown rival Curtis Baptist. It's still eating at them.
Well, we worked hard. I mean, we did. I've been stewing over the whole thing all weekend again, trying to see if there was something I could have done different, and I still haven't come up with anything yet.
Al Gibbs darn near won the game with this long ranger at the buzzer, ever so close. Did you think that shot was going to go in Friday night?
Well, after I seen it hit the backboard, you know, I kind of thought it had a possibility, but, you know, I half-court shot, you know, that's a 1 in a million chance, really.
You know, this team's lost a couple of nail-biters in the last couple of weeks. I got to believe they're well-tested to stay.
We're prepared big time because Coach Gold comes in here, works as hard every day on our presses, press offenses, free throws. That's going to be a big thing going to the state tournaments. If we hit our free throws, and I think we can.
Good luck to the Lions. They open up against Deerfield County Thursday at 4. That happens in Macon. The Swainsboro Tigers won the 2A Boys State Championship. In Milledgeville, 2 local teams earned their championships in very dramatic fashion. Our Paul Davis was there. It was nippy outside, but warm and toasty inside. And Baby looking on for support. He needed it. The Lions roared back from 4 down at the half to finally tie on John Bates' 3. It's 62 all. Right after, Nick Isaac, the football player, gave them their first second-half lead with 2.5 to go at 64-62. But the #1 ranked Hornets had some sting left. Big steal from Brian Nash. We're all tied. Crucial sequence here. The Lions crush the boards, get the rebound. Greg Williams calls timeout, falling out of bounds. You see the score, you see the clock. They go to the senior. Al Gibbs, the best 2 of his 23, and the love-in was starting up. 3.4 seconds. Hey, that's what you got for winning the state championship. Let's go! 3.4 seconds. Westfield might have sent it to overtime, but Mr. Isaac had a better idea. He blows the throwdown, but who cares? AC wins. AC wins.
I got one thing to say. ACS, state champ, baby. State champ.
For Channel 12 Sports in Milledgeville, I'm Paul Davis, now headed to the doctor for a blood pressure check.
Cleared. Congratulations to not only the 2 clubs there, but the Swainsboro Tigers. All 3 state champions from our area came from behind to do it, and that's something to be very proud of.
Nothing like a little enthusiasm.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Well, you know, the Bears usually hibernate in the winter, but...
To a 68-66 win over Westfield. There's Coach Mike Gold's wife and children. Augusta Christian trailed at the half, but kept their focus, waited patiently for their final shot, and with a little under 5 seconds left in the contest, this shot happened. Al Gibbs sealed their fate. He nailed a 15-foot jumper. The 95-96 campaign was the best in school's history, finishing with a 27-6 record and their first state basketball title. The players, cheerleaders, fans, and even Coach Mike Gold are enjoying the good life, and they should. The Lions are the GISA Class 3A state champs. We spoke with Coach Gold right after the battle.
I just want to say thank you, first of all, to the Lord Jesus Christ, because without him, we're nothing. And he gave us strength to make it through. He gave us the will to win, and he just blessed us huge. I mean, we give him all the praise and all the glory for what he's accomplished in our team this year. And you can ask any of the kids that, and they'll tell you the same thing. What can you say about him? I mean, there's 7 seniors this year. We knew that as sophomores, these guys would be extra special. They worked hard. They played together. That's the big thing. Really didn't get disunified at all year long, even though we went through a couple of adversities when we lost to Brentwood and Curtis and in the region tournament, but they hung together, and you know, with 3 seconds on the clock, you said we got 3 seconds left in your senior year. What you gonna do about it? And they took care of business.
Okay, while we're talking state